head off up there. So does he get many tourists on the bus like us?
No.
No.
Local bus.
Local bus.
Here we go. We're off. Problem. So that from here.
It's a really nice way to travel this, and the driver here is a really nice guy. Here we come, some more passengers. It works really well, this. He bombs along, this guy. The first thing you kind of notice is that there's not anywhere near as many people, and it's not as manic. And the second thing I noticed was that people's faces have changed incredibly. They've changed. The place where we're staying is sort of down here, about an hour and a bit down here. So we're going to go on this dugout canoe. Last time I was on one of these, I was in Brazil, and I was about 17 years old. I did a film called The Emerald Forest, and I spent most of my time in a G-string, running around the jungle. Just a dugout log. Very cleverly dug out, isn't it? It must take forever to do it. And to get it right, you know, if you make a slight mistake, then it's all over, isn't it? Oh, we put a motor on here, nice big engine. Oh. Cavemen had canoes like this thousands of years before they invented the wheel. In Nepal, they use timber from sal trees because it's very hard and not too rigid. But after all the hustle and bustle of India and crossing the border and everything, it's a lovely way to finish off the day, isn't it? Beautiful way to finish off the day. After a night at the game lodge at Tharu, we're heading for Kathmandu, the capital of Nepal. Washing an elephant. It's not something you do every day, is it? Oh! Oh! It's a nice way to start the morning.
If by any means is about a variety of forms of transport, then this will be one of the most exotic, riding elephants towards Kathmandu. Just sounds good, doesn't it?
That's a praying Buddha on top of the...
What, stand on their leg? All right, then. Poor thing. You sure?
Yeah, yeah.
God, it doesn't seem right to stand on it.
That side also.
Oh, poor animal. Damn it. I suppose they're pretty tough.
Aren't you hot in those cowboy boots, Russ?
Got my riding boots on. Yep.
I'll assist my...
It's like a nice rocking action. It's a lot more comfortable than riding a horse.
It's kind of cool, actually. It's kind of, you know, once you're up here, you're up here, really. It's a tough old job.
She's sowing the seed behind him, see that?
We had this lovely elephant ride, which was through all these beautiful little villages. This is still built in a very traditional style. And she's sitting on the telephone. How modern is that? Sitting in an old thatch house with a telephone. And then we went past a school where all the kids came piling out. Was that this music playing and they're all screaming and shouting? It's kind of cool.
Come on, show me swimming.
I am swimming.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Have fun.
We've got a jeep waiting for us here, so we've had a lovely ride on the Ellis, but we've got to get on to Kathmandu because we've got to meet the UNICEF people tonight. At the same speed as the elephants.
This old battered-up Jeep which we piled into, which had loads and loads of pictures of famous Indian actresses all stickered all over it, which was funny, and kind of a cool little kid. And I asked him which one was his favourite.
We're just taking this Jeep to a town about 35 kilometres away, where we can get a taxi or find something to take us to Kathmandu, which is then about 4.5 hours. So with a bit of luck, we'll be there by 5:30 or so. Along the way, you're always aware that just ahead is Everest. It's a real buzz. We're in Naningad, and we're going to try and find a taxi to take us on into Kathmandu. This, I reckon we go for this sporty one here. You take to Kathmandu?
Kathmandu, you go to Kathmandu?
Yeah.
How much pay?
As little as possible. It makes the car faster.
So it's £40 and it'll take us 3.5 hours.
3.5 hours. Okay. Do it. Deal.
Oh, okay.
We've been here around 24 hours, really. We got, yesterday, about midday, we got into Nepal properly. And since then, this is our 6th form of transport in 24 hours. It's fantastic. We've been flying along.
In Western style with a fork.
And everyone eats here with their hands.
So, isn't it?
I'm halfway there.
Listen to that thunder.
It's been the most amazing drive along, actually, through the valleys and the rain and the clouds, and it's just stunning. Look at that. Hello. 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 I think it's gorgeous. I love these kind of bridges. My kids would love this. They'd be legging it up and down.
They're very well built, though.
Yeah, I mean, it's built to last, isn't it?
Put the cables over first, set them in concrete and tension them to a degree, and then lay each plate as you go.
Did they really?
You probably thought they flew it in by helicopter, because that's how you think how to build it. You'd think, right, 2 Chinooks, build it on the floor, lift it up and lower it down.
We just came in to have a look at that suspension bridge. It's so beautiful. We came down, look at this little village. It's amazing little... It looks like something in Disneyland, doesn't it? Like this is the Nepalese area of Disneyland. It's just this beautiful. A little stream running through, and it's a stunning little place. Well, we are at 1,460 meters, and that there is Kathmandu. We came all the way over land and sea to get here.
I'm still only halfway. Still 2 months to go. There's always 2 months to go, whatever you do. And how many countries to go, actually? Well, we've got China to go, Vietnam, Laos, Cambodia, Thailand, Malaysia, Indonesia, Australia. 8. 8 countries to go. So that means we must have done nearly 20 countries already. Normally back in London, people would say, can you get a van round to drop my cabinet off? But he'll say, no, I'll bring it round myself.
In Kathmandu, we're linking up with a project supported by UNICEF, the United Nations Children's Fund. And they do a program here in Nepal, which they try to immunize all children for free. And the government do a lot of it, and then UNICEF supply a lot of the drugs as well. So basically, we're here at the refrigeration depot, and this is where they store the vaccines, and they're all in here. So they're just going to pack the icebox now to keep the vaccines cool. So So from here, it goes by foot.
We went with the vaccine up to this little village where it was needed.
We're just walking from the local clinic to the bus stop, which is quite a way. It's a good few kilometres.
Every year, 4.5 million children are inoculated against polio in one big push. And actually, the immunisation programme runs all year.
I guess this is how they normally have to put up with these conditions in these hot old buses, or these delicate vaccines, in that case that everyone's having to step over. Crazy.
Okay, so we're going to take this box to the post here, where they then put it into smaller containers and then take it up to the kids. Here.
And that's, you can see that. That's
Right, let's get out of here.
Some of the trail has to be covered on foot. Some can be done by car if the weather's all right.
Okay, I think I've walked enough now. I feel a little bit of altitude sickness coming on. Do you see the sort of swirly patterns of the rice fields as it goes down the mountain? It's kind of hypnotic. It's beautiful. It's rained a little bit, so it's made everything really, really, really slippy, as you can tell. And we've got to keep the momentum going. We can't stop, otherwise we're stuck. All right. Oh, just about making it. Oh, yeah. Come on! It's only two-wheel drive. You always see a child being vaccinated, but you never really see that process to get to the vaccination. And the process is quite complicated. Wow. A lot of people. We waited.
Everybody there wants their child to be vaccinated, and because we're representing UNICEF, they were really glad to see us.
Oh, thank you very much.
And we got the full traditional welcome.
Wow. Oops. Oh, yeah, I know. I know. Oh, it's awful, isn't it? It makes me feel so sad. But good at the same time, because obviously she's now protected and that's important, you know? It's all quite calm in there now. Now that we've gone, it's all quiet.
Hello and welcome to Asia Today. In this programme, the king's reign is over. Nepal becomes a republic, ending its centuries-old monarchy.